So this is team round, 2015 state. Number 4. All right, an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so right now we're thinking linear, because that's what arithmetic, I always do that. So I'm thinking linear. Has the first term a, and then a common difference d. If the sum of the first 10 terms is half the sum of the next 10 terms, what is the ratio of a to d? All right, so I don't have much choice here other than to say that the first term is a, because it tells me. And the second term is going to be a plus d, because it's a common difference. That means the third term is a plus 2d, and it's going to continue, right? And so that means the last term is going to be a plus 9d. Well, how many a's am I going to have? Well, I have 10 terms, so I know I'm going to have 10a. How many d's will I have? Well, I'm looking at the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I believe that is 45, because that's what you do when you teach math. You have useless facts like that squirreled away. So then, that's the first 10 terms. Now I need to go on with the next 10 terms. So the next 10 terms, I'll use red here, we're going to end up again with the next term is going to be a plus 10d, and that's going to continue all the way to a plus 19d. So how many a's will I have? So I will have 10 a's, I think. And how many d's will I have? Well, just because I'm going to be lame here, how many d's? I'm going to go with, start with 10 plus 11. No, plus. So I have 21. Plus 12, plus 13, plus 14, plus 15, plus 16, plus 17, plus 18, plus 19. So that wasn't too bad. Plus 145d. And remember, it says the sum is next time is half. So that's 1/2. All right, so this is just a really simple algebra problem at this point. Remembering, I don't need to find out what a or d is. I just need to figure out what a divided by d is. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply everything by 2, because I don't really want to deal with that 1/2, because 145 does not go in, or 2 does not go into 145 evenly. So I'm going to end up with 20a plus 90d is equal to 10a plus 145d. Okay, so let's get the a's together. So I'm going to subtract 10a from both sides, and I'll get 10a plus 90d is equal to 145d. So now let's get the d's together so they can have a little party. So subtract 90d from both sides, and so I'll get 10a is equal to, what is that? 55d. And so now I want a over d. So divide by d, and so I get a over d. I'm also going to divide by 10. So those cancel. And I get, oh sorry, those don't cancel. That's an a and that's a d. So I can't read my own handwriting. And I get 55 over 10. And can 55 be over 10 be reduced? Because you can't leave it unreduced. Oh my goodness, 5 goes into both of them. So that would be 11 over 2. And I hope that is the right answer. Oh, it is. I had to check. I haven't done that one yet. I just did it on the fly. cool. All right, moving on. Sometimes on the state round, I can't lie, I'm proud of myself just for getting the problem right the first time. All right, I'm sure some of you feel the same way. All right, number 6. Excuse me. All right, sorry about that, had to answer that phone call. All right, so in a math class, all the students wrote they had change. I wish I had change when I was a kid, right? And we know that the median is 50. I do that like every time. It's so frustrating. And we know that the mode is 40. And so we need to figure out how many coins, or it's the fewest number of coins the students can have, so that the mean was 40 cents. Now we don't have to figure out how many, we need to figure out how many coins they could have, but we don't need to figure out what coins they have. So right away, we know that we want a small, a smaller mean than what we got here, right? And we have to equal this. That's not enough contrast to the red. There we go. And so I'm going to go with the smallest possible answers here. And since we know there's only one mode, I can't redo the 50. So at this point, let's go ahead and figure out, sorry, what the mode or the mean is here, right? So I have 80 plus 153, and I have 5 numbers, and that's not even close, right? It's way too high. So then let's so that's 5. So let's add more numbers, right? So to keep that median of 50, I have to add 1 on each side, and the smallest number I could add is a 1, and the smallest one here I can add is 53. So let's go. We have 1, 2, that's 206 plus 81, and now we have 7 numbers, and I get a mean of 41. That means I can't yet, there's no way possible with 7 numbers to get a mean of 40, which means I have to add more numbers, and I can guarantee you if I add these numbers, I can get a mean that's smaller than 40, which means these aren't the actual numbers, but I know that I can do it with 9 total students. All right, last one for this video. 4 consecutive sides of an equilateral hexagon have lengths 1, 9, 6, and 4 units. You know what? This is a longer problem to discuss, so I'm going to stop this here.